Hi, this is Dr. Neil Schwartz. Today we have another case of resistant acne that was treated in the acne practice. In this case, this client had become resistant to her benzoyl peroxide routine and then found total satisfaction in the practice here. Here's her story that she decided to share today.
So I've had acne since I was about 13 or 14. It started on my back and chest and made me feel really ashamed. It spread to my face by age 16 when I was put on antibiotics. I had all kinds of different antibiotics, including minicin 50 and erythromycin. Eventually I was left feeling very ill by about age 22. This is when I stopped, as I was diagnosed with candida. I had to do an anti-candida diet, which was difficult, but it helped me to feel well again. My skin was still covered in spots though, and it got so bad I resorted to Accutane. This cleared it. It cleared it up and I felt great for about a year. My skin was perfect, but after a year my skin began to erupt again and I started to feel very ill, run down, teary and like I was having a breakdown. I knew it was connected to the Accutane, so I went back to holistic therapies, mostly homeopathy and acupuncture. These made me feel better and my skin did improve, but it was never perfect. I always had to use makeup. By 1998, I decided to give Accutane another go. I took it for about 6 months, 3 weeks on, 1 week off. Once again, I had pretty perfect skin, not as perfect as before, but I was really happy. It didn't last though. During the month after I stopped taking it, I remember looking in the mirror and I could see it bubbling up under the skin. This was one of my darkest times. I really felt ill. I looked and felt like a walking dead person. My energy levels were zero and I contemplated suicide because I just didn't know which way to turn. But something in my mind told me that I had to get through it and it wouldn't be like this forever. So I decided modern medicine had no place for me and I would have to go completely naturally. So I found a man who's a healer and he does vibrational medicine and trained with a guy called Jack Temple, who I believe is fairly famous. He used to treat Princess Diana, so I thought he's going to be pretty good. He changed my life with regards to my energy. My skin went through all kinds of strange stages though, like being totally allergic to sugar, when it would just develop a rash like German measles. It did improve, but it wasn't perfect. I was still considered spotty. But, I felt well, but I just didn't particularly look it. I managed to live with it because it wasn't too bad and at times it was quite clear. Then, out of the blue, it erupted again. I was 36 and a half and was devastated. It was like this for about 2 to 3 months until I discovered acne.org and benzoyl peroxide. I did the regime and my skin was the clearest it has ever been. It was good for about 4.5 years, but I began to feel really uncomfortable about putting all this chemical on my skin, knowing that my body was absorbing such large amounts. I also started to get lumps and spots on my neck where my lymphatic lines are. My skin seemed to be rejecting it. So I decided once again that I had to find something else, which is when I came across the acne practice on YouTube. So I saw all the success stories and I felt like I had some hope. I also liked the fact that I didn't have to leave anything on my skin and that it works. I'm now about 2 months in and my skin is so much better. The spots have been inactivated and the tiny lumps under the skin, which were all over my cheeks and jawline, have dramatically reduced. I can only feel a few now, but you can't see them. I'm so grateful to the acne practice because I really thought I had no hope. I'm ready for another order and will stick with this program as my skin keeps on improving. So thank you so much.